Well, I don't think it's surprising, but it officially happened. This past weekend, as we're coming into Monday morning, Black Panther Wakanda Forever officially passed 600 million worldwide, and it's currently on track to surpass Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness in its worldwide take. So 15 days it took for the film to make this amount of money. Now again, you can say maybe 16 and a half days, because again, early territories where, it releases early because they're like a day ahead, obviously counts for that, but people are going to obviously bring that up as semantics. Nobody's trying to lie here or cover anything up. As people point out in Variety's comments that they're trying to cover for this movie, they were just being honest. It took 15, roughly 16 days, 600 million plus. Again, this is good. And just looking at it and looking at some of the box office predictions this summer, and even as late as the end of October, some people were saying 600 million, 700 million might be impossible for this film. And 600 million was optimistic, the top end. Nobody knows what they were looking at, because anybody with eyes could have told you that this film was going to make that money easily. But again, hey, analysts, right? Everybody's wrong sometimes they're right. That's how the game goes. What we're seeing here is quite obvious that the people are, one, not turned off by the long runtime, which some people did attribute to potential slower box office, which, again, there is something to that, but there's still plenty of people that are willing to sit through the film. I myself haven't seen it a second time, unfortunately, just because of the runtime, and I can't, on a given night, go and afford that much time when I gotta do other things, and whatever, life gets in the way, right? I aim to see it probably next week a second time, when theaters are also pretty much dead, right before the release of Avatar. But at the same time, I think it's interesting to see that a large portion of the money is coming from international territories, where the last film didn't do as much. So I think some people seeing the original film, getting hyped for the sequel, and then seeing it is honestly helping this film more than what people expected would happen in terms of box office. And I think that's an interesting factor here, that some countries where you saw the first film do mediocre at best is now doing tremendously well. And I think Disney has found that formula will work for them. Some of these international territories will be huge. Specifically, we're seeing that, Mexico, obviously, that was going to be a big factor and push here, and it's doing pretty good. And Latin American countries are doing great. So things are looking up for this film, and I won't be surprised if we're already hearing by the end of the weekend coming up, 700 million passed already.